Hello all, welcome to One Pitch Catch. Ganesh, as you are a qualified umpire, I was just thinking during the course of this test and the last couple of tests, like why do we need an umpire to be there on the field? Like because anyway, most of the decisions are going to the third umpire, and then the umpires clearly don't have control over things like over rates or the number of times batsmen are taking drinks breaks and things like that. I mean, I think, yeah, they do serve a good purpose of trying to put that ball into that wire and figure out whether it's fitting or not. Injury breaks, they're just not controlling anything. So anyway, no ball also can be kept track of by the third umpire. Most decisions, except maybe if it's obviously caught or if it's bowled, is going to the third umpire. So why do we need two people there?
Two important reasons, Jaga. When the over is four balls old, the batsman checks with the umpire whether one more remaining or two more remaining. Okay, and probably to mark the guard also,
Okay, okay, yeah,
and probably to mark the guard. Other than that, and the weird third reason can be when you bring a cricket match into your mind, the visual that you get is everybody is in all the players in one color and one man standing in a different colored
okay,
trousers in between. So that
yeah.
is the cricket visual that we
So
get.
that you
So
don't confuse them with the players,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. So
Okay.
that is precisely, you are absolutely right. The way the umpires are not taking control of Test cricket is completely disappointing, Jaga. I mean, yesterday India got really uh, animated and angry with the way Crawley was delaying towards the end, just to play 1 over and not to make it to 2 over game towards the end of the day. But yes, I mean, it became heated up because it was happening at the final moment and Crawley
Yeah.
delaying. But the amount of delays that the Indians have done throughout the day and throughout the series also is unacceptable. Yesterday, when Rishabh Pant got hit, he was taking too much time to get the
Yeah.
physio attending him for a long time, Jaga. He could have easily gone in.
No, the umpire should have told him. You
Umpire
go
should have
inside,
told him,
you take it and come out again.
and also the additional drinks that these players get. Everybody, I mean, I'm not blaming the Indians alone here, even the English people do. I mean, why I'm bringing the Indians is because they seem to have a big problem yesterday when
Yeah.
Crawley
Yeah.
delayed. So that is why I'm bringing, but both the teams are equally guilty of doing this. Yesterday India time 3:30 the match starts. At 3:45 the 12th man was, I think it was Kuldeep, running in with water for Rishabh Pant at 3:45.
15
No,
minutes
I
after the start,
It
basically.
is 15 minutes after the start, and I agree these are hot conditions in Lords and everything. But no, 15, yeah, however hot it may be, 15 minutes a drink is unacceptable, Jagat. I mean, you sign up for Test cricket, you have to live with that. In fact,
So I just found another role for the umpire. They can keep some cool water inside their trousers, so maybe they can be used for that also.
yeah, I mean, that is what the ICC has to come up with newer roles for that man to be standing there, I feel, because they are just not taking control of the pace of the game. No team is bowling 90 overs in 6 hours, not even
Yeah.
bowling. We have already spoken, they
And
are not
half
even
hours.
bowling 90 in 6.5 hours. And I remember times when the umpires, Dicky Bird and a lot of other umpires, driving the 12th man out when they are
Yeah.
running in with a cup, with a bottle of water. No,
I've
don't
seen
go.
Venkatraghavan do that.
Yes, I have seen a lot of people do that. I mean, but nowadays, no umpire seems to be doing that. I mean, the
Yeah.
12th man and the 13th man is happily coming in with a glove or a water bottle and give message, give water, and all these things to the players.
Correct.
Um, and again, it's not just India; both the teams do this,
Oh,
and there is no sense of urgency to complete the 90 overs. I see, especially in this series, I think it's gotten worse. I think I probably the ICC and the match referee have told both the captains that they won't lose points on
hmm.
WTC points for this series or what, because India England is always a high priority for ICC. I know both the captains don't have the sense of urgency to complete 90 overs at all. I mean, this is
Just
not the
getting out
way.
of hand.
If 90 overs is not possible in a day, at least the ICC should come up with bringing it down. At least instead of 15 per hour, bring it down to 14 per hour, and make it 84 per day. Still give
Even
the
then,
extra.
they bowl 80 only.
Still give half an hour extra, they will end up 78. So, uh, but whatever it is, there something has to be drastic has to come into place for this time delaying, Jaga. This is just
Absolutely.
not on by both teams. Very, very disappointing to see Test cricket going through this overrate problem.
Anyway, so let's get to the match. We're right now talking at just when lunch is about to get over in the day four. The first innings basically completed with both teams level. England are 98 for 4, so basically 98 runs lead right now. What did you make of the two innings so far? India's tail, just for from a data perspective, collapsed again, yet again. Last four wickets went for 11 runs. In contrast, England's last three wickets added 116 runs. Do you think India were a few runs short?
I think tail problem has been ever since I remember the last 20-25 years we have had this problem. Jaga. For India, I mean, last game, the last five wickets in the first innings, we added 376 runs.
Yeah,
That is an aberration. Whenever the lower order contributes to India, it's an aberration. One game, if they contribute, the next 5-6 games they don't contribute. And the more disappointing thing is they have been at the receiving end of the tails scoring a lot of runs and hurting them, not winning
yeah.
test matches, losing games, all those things they have gone through. People like Anderson, Hazelwood, Nathan Lyon, and a
Around
lot.
Corona.
So a lot of other people have scored runs and delayed us winning, or in fact lost the opportunity to win test matches. All this has happened several times, but they just don't seem to learn. Even yesterday, I don't know the tactics of Washington Sundar. I mean, I saw Sai Sudarshan running in and giving in a message to him. I don't know if it was the think tank or Washington Sundar refusing singles when Akash Deep is batting is just
It
not
was just,
is just not
yes.
on. Why do you have Akash Deep batting at number 9 then?
Yeah,
I mean, you cannot.
you have
I
to
mean, this
trust
is
him.
we could have. I mean, of course, the Rishabh Pant run out was the turning point at
Yeah.
248 for three. We
And
could
then
have
KL
easily
Rahul shortly after that.
yes, we could have easily gone to 450. But even after that mishap, the way Nitish and Jadeja batted,
Yeah,
we could have gotten a 40-50 run lead easily, at least a 420, 430. We could have gone to. But the moment Jadeja got up, I think we gave up. We struggled to make the scores level also. I
correct,
think
correct.
luckily
Yeah.
that 1-6 by Akashdeep helped.
Right, right, right.
Otherwise, we would have been short. I mean, say again, 382 and 387 doesn't matter in this scenario. But we had no business just leaving
Yeah.
at scores level. We should have definitely got to 420, 430. Again, the tail is a never-ending problem, I think, Jaga. It is
Yeah,
just not
and
going to be
again,
sorted.
not getting the opposition tail out quickly. Brighton Carr scored 50. Like there didn't seem to be a plan. See, at least when you see the England bowlers, they consciously bowl sharp. They try to hit the deck. They try to hurt the batsman, make the tailenders fearful about getting hit, and thereby getting their wickets. In case of the Indian bowling, I don't even think there was any sort of a plan. I think the only guaranteed wicket they have right now is Shoaib Bashir. Other than that, pretty much everybody should be, maybe Jafra Archer, maybe to some extent, pretty much everybody else can bat.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Bashir scores a 20 in one of the remaining test matches. Because that's what we have done with Anderson, Hazelwood, who
Yeah,
can't hold a bat. I mean, we have let Anderson score 90.
yeah.
We just don't seem to learn with the tail, whether it's batting or bowling. It's the last five wickets. When the opposition bats, it hurts us. When the last five wickets bat, when we bat also, it hurts us.
Very,
Uh,
very magnanimous, the team is. Which takes
that
me to
is
that very crucial dismissal of Rishabh Pant. I think it kind of turned the innings around. Seemed a very unnecessary run. It was hit straight to the right of Stokes. Yeah, you could argue he was throwing at the non-striker's end, but Rishabh is still probably not fully fit. So maybe he didn't have the power to run through. He didn't dive. So I think there were quite a few factors that made it basically a very risky run. And then immediately after that, KL Rahul scores 100 and then gets caught behind. I think those were huge factors behind, apart from, of course, the tail not clicking.
definitely the especially that being the last over before runs. I mean, like Rahul had said in the press conference, it was the urgency to get to the 100 before lunch. So that could have been avoided because no loss in the first session would have hurt England really badly.
Yes.
That gave
Yeah.
a huge impetus to England coming into the second session. Again, in 2 hours, Rahul was also lost. I mean, though we didn't lose any other wicket in that session, we managed to
Still,
pull through the second session yesterday. But still, that run out was a big turning point, I would say, for this game. If not for that run out, you never know what could be the score by lead by where we would
right.
be landing and where England would have been struggling for this point of time, because you have it's the ball is in England's court to push for a result for the way they talk, and it's the home
Correct.
series and all those things. So you have to try and bat them out of the game when you get a chance. You cannot give them a way back in. So now they have that way back in, and so
Yeah,
and given the Indian batting overs in the fourth innings chases, it is going to be difficult even if they get to 200, 210, Jaga.
absolutely. It's going to be tough. The bounce is already uneven. I think anything in the 150 to 175 range itself could be tough. Like for reference, the last time India batted for any length of time, we're not talking of like you had to only bat out 10 overs and the game goes to a draw, but we're looking at say 50 plus, 70 plus overs. And the last time they won was the Brisbane Chase in 21. The last time they drew was the Sydney draw with Vihari and Ashwin in 21. So it's almost like 4.5 years since they batted any length of time to either draw or save a test. And when you see the amount of uneven bounce, I just think it's going to be a very risky thing for anything more than 150. And England already right now has almost 100 lead. So it's going to be very important to wrap this up and not let the tail wag this time. You still have somebody like Jamie Smith who's still there. He has been very awesome, very clean hitting, and he's not even come out to bat. So
He's phenomenal. I think the way he started this series, he started showing his capabilities and class. And over the next 5 innings, I think he has been extremely great. I think a great IPL contract is waiting for him in the mini auction. But that apart, but his batting has been phenomenal to watch. He is something I feel. I think. They have unearthed a great wicketkeeper batsman. They don't seem to talk much about it. For all the people they over the years whom they talk about so much don't fade away. But probably they consciously keep quiet to make him really succeed, or they don't see enough like that. He doesn't have the PR to make it big. I don't know, but I think he is somebody, and he's here for a long time, taking that 6, 7 spot,
yeah.
scoring a lot of runs.
On the other hand, you have somebody like a Zach Crawley who still trying to figure out why he's there in the team. Yeah, every 7 or 10 innings, he'll make something of note. Yeah, I mean, in this series, the first test and the second test, the second innings of the first test is partnership with Ben Duckett was obviously very useful. But other than that, he's done pretty much nothing for almost like a couple of years now, except 100 against Zimbabwe. So that
Zimbabwe.
really doesn't.
Yeah, his last 100 of some meaning was against Australia, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah, sometime in
Yeah.
23, I think. Yeah, so almost
Yes,
two plus years
that
ago.
was his last. So otherwise, he's not made anything of worth. I mean, though he scored 50s, but he's
Yeah,
very lucky to be in finding a place in the 11.
correct. Absolutely.
In
And
fact,
anyway,
in the last ever since 2018, KL Rahul has scored more hundreds in England than any other opener.
wow,
Not
okay.
not Ben Duckett, not Crawley. It is KL Rahul who's got 400s in England as an opener
Nice.
ever since 2018. This is a stat I saw, obviously. In fact, Duckett has got three, Crawley has got two, and KL has four. So
Right, yeah,
that says something about it.
right. And I think I mean Sachin Tendulkar had rung the bell a couple of days ago, right? I mean, you think about. I mean, Rahul is a very good player, but everybody seems to be finding it easy to score a test 100 at Lords, but Sachin Tendulkar never had one.
Yeah, I mean, the chairman of selectors would be laughing at Jatin Tendulkar.
But
Hmm.
yeah, anyway. Cool. I think that just about wraps it. We'll come back again at the end of this match. It's going to be an interesting next 1.5, 5 sessions. So let's see and have a riveting finish.
Yeah, I think a 200 would be an interesting chase tomorrow. But I think if it's 200, I would say it's a 50-50 game, because India I mean, if any
Yeah,
other team 200 might be easy, but India has given the fourth innings chase who knows. 200 would be a very tight game, I feel. It could go either.
Okay, great. Thank you all, and we'll come back later. Until then, please do subscribe to the channel and give your comments. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.